Hello, I'm Chloe, and today I'm going to be talking about exams and how students can cope with them. And today we're going to talk with Mr. Goodwin, who is Head of Science. So, how would you encourage students to feel more confident about their exams?
Really what students need to do is to practice as many types of exam questions as they can. They can do that either with us after school, or there are lots of websites available that they can look at home. There are revision guides, revision workbooks, so there's a whole range of things that they can use to support them.
Where can students revise in a nice quiet environment?
Again, we offer after school revision, and not just science. I know every other subject does that as well. But if they don't want to do it in school, again, they can do that at home if they can find a nice quiet area, even their bedroom, provided obviously they're not using their computer or got a telly or anything like that.
Yeah.
But again, it's where they feel comfortable that's the important thing.
Okay. When would the revision classes take place?
Okay, well, certainly for science, bearing in mind our exams are in sort of middle May to beginning of June.
Yeah.
We actually start revision programs towards the end of February, and then that runs all the way through to the exam period.
Okay. Do you think it's easier to revise at home or at school?
From my own personal point of view, I actually used to do a bit of each. I used to do some revision at school with my teachers, and then I used to do additional revision at home. And I would certainly recommend that for anyone as well. It's nice to be able to do revision with your teachers, because if there are tricky questions that you're not sure about, you can ask them.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
That's not a problem.
Hi, this is me, Nikiah, reporting Mrs. Canahaft. So let me ask you your first question. Do you think the Learning Resources Centre is the best place for revision?
Okay, revision for GCSEs and end of year exams and tests. I think where you revise is a very personal thing. So I think for some people they are more comfortable in their bedroom playing some music. Other people feel they need the discipline of being in a study area. So I think it can be a very useful place to revise. But the LRC, I think, is a very good place to plan your revision. So, for example, we would have most of the GCSE revision guides that the school uses. So it can be a very useful place to come and get the sort of information you need for your revision. We also keep quite a few study guides as well. So when it comes to how to revise, because I think revising needs to be something very active. For a lot of people, they need to jot notes down, they need to make themselves little cards. Some people like to do the revision parts on the My Maths or GCSE bite size, and all those things can be accessed from the LRC.
But if, my second question is, if they wanted to do it in the LRC, where would be the quietest place to do it?
Now, I think that would depend on what time of the day the people were coming in. After school, I would say tables at the back or the computers would be reasonably quiet. Possibly at break and lunchtime, it can be quite a busy area in here, which is why we have a number of private study tables along the mezzanine at the top. People wanting somewhere quieter, less disturbed to revise are welcome to ask us, and they can get a nice quiet spot to revise up there.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm on the upstairs of the LRC talking to Miss, and she would like to tell us more about the LRC and what it's meant to be.
Yes. I just thought it would be interesting, as revision is not the end of the story. Once you've sat your GCSEs and your exams, you'll then look into the future. And upstairs we have 3 bays of careers information for people to have a look at. It includes some study skills, it includes planning for university, and it also includes finding yourself apprenticeships and ways into different careers. I think all students in Year 9 get the opportunity to come up here with staff support and find out some information about careers that are of interest to them.
So they're allowed up here what times?
All the times that the LRC is open, people are welcome to access the careers information.
That's very interesting. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and today I'm here interviewing another student coping with exams. So Aidan, what do you think of exams?
I don't really like exams, but I know they're necessary, so I do them because they're necessary and I need the grades.
So how do you revise for exams?
I don't revise too much because then it puts too much pressure on me and then it just sucks.
What advice could you give to someone who was struggling with exams?
Don't revise too much because then it causes like too much information to be in your head and you just forget it all.
What advice would you give to someone who was struggling with exams and feeling uncomfortable about it?
Try not to focus on the fact that it could change your life if you screw up. Just try to focus on it's just another exam that you done in like year 8 or something.
Thank you. So Chloe, what do you think of exams?
I think that exams are a really necessary piece of life because they set you a career for the rest of your life.
How do you revise for exams, Chloe?
I read over my books and just set little games and songs in my head to try and help me remember the certain facts.
What advice could you give to someone who is struggling to revise?
Don't revise every day because then your brain just gets clotted a lot, but just set yourself like every Monday, Wednesday and Friday do some revising and Tuesday, Thursday,